would implode on itself, because your argument is clear, logical arguments, yeah? So if I grant you that, it would actually implode upon yourself, because how do you get logic, how do you get rationality from nature, from natural selection and mutation, which is not rational? How does that comport with your position?
Okay, so just to back up a little bit, are we in agreement about the laws of logic, that they exist?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So really the question is, where do the laws of logic come from, and does that require a designer? That's what your argument is, right?
No, my argument is that if you're positing rationality, how you want to frame it is up to you. What I'm saying is this: if you're positing a rationality, if you're positing a position for evolution, you are presenting evidence, you are presenting logical reason and arguments, right?
And we've already agreed on that.
Yeah, but that presumes the nature of reality is rational. And if that's
but we've already agreed on that point.
Yeah, wait a minute. But if that is the case, yeah, but what we've not agreed on is you've not given a rational position for why that nature of reality is rational, and that's the issue. And your worldview, wait, can I just finish? Your worldview and your position assumes that it does not give any rationale for it. So what you're doing is it's still it's still a jump of faith, or really what you're doing is you're undermining your position, because on the one hand you want your cake and eating it. You're saying here's it, reality is rational, we can get data for evolution, and I can show you rationally that this is correct. And yet at the same time your own position is irrational, in the sense that the mutation and natural selection, and then going before that abiogenesis, and then before that whatever it is, a big bang, or an infinite regress in the universe, or whatever, string theory, whatever that is, none of that comports to any rational basis, because there is a lack of whereas in the Christian position, God is rational by nature, and so therefore if the universe is made, and if we're made, then it explains why there is rationality, why we can have rationality. But without that personhood at the beginning of the equation, it seems impossible to connect the two, from a big bang to abiogenesis to natural selection and mutation to rationality. And that's the issue. It's not the evidence that you posit and the logic implodes upon itself, because it is not able to give a foundation of rationality.
So basically, like I said, the whole point of your question is asking the question, what is the foundational basis of logic and reason? That's what you're trying to say, right?
Okay.
That's your whole question. And you're trying to say, I have no basis. And you're trying to say that you do have a basis because of your belief in God, right?
On presuppositions, yeah.
Okay, so that's a whole different discussion versus, I mean, that has nothing to do with evolution, because when we talk about evolution, we go forward and we say, okay, we agree to laws of logic and all that. Now let's look at the evidence.
No, it does, because if you read Alvin Plantinga, I think he's written a paper on this. He written a good paper where he says, if evolution is correct, it would actually implode upon itself. It would actually negate rationality. So I mean,
I know what he says, and he